Ever wondered where Princess Bubblegum is centuries later? Or who BMO's been talking to in deep space? Tonight we trace every Adventure Time character's grown-up fate, from dreamy happily ever afters to existential respawns that make you question what ever after even means. Stay to the end, because the Candy Kingdom might outlive the universe. Now let's start off with Finn. Finn's timeline is less a straight path than a Mobius strip of hero phases. Origin story Finn, age 12, swingy golden hair, demon blood sword, matures into teenage Finn, the restless romantic who dates Flame Princess and discovers a cosmic dad in Crescent Moon. By his late 20s, he's rocking a prosthetic grass arm after a catastrophic fight with Fern. He becomes a wandering sea captain who fights wave whales and politely breaks up with Huntress Wizard. Distant lands. Together again, rolls the clock even further. Finn dies peacefully as an elderly adventurer, still clutching a battered backpack. In the Dead Worlds, he learns that the afterlife is just one more quest hub, navigates bureaucratic death clicks, defeats New Death in a scythe duel, and drags Jake's soul out of spiritual retirement. When the rescue's complete, Finn rejects eternal paradise. Instead, he opts for reincarnation so he can keep adventuring in a brand new body, one that manifests in the main series finale as a blue-skinned Catboy cameo. Growing up for Finn means never actually stopping. It only means changing character models like skins in a video game. If Finn re-rolls his character sheet, what happens to his classic co-op partner? Next up, we have Jake. The stretchy hound born on a mind-bending comet has always interpreted life through two lenses: chill family man and part-time metaphysical sage. He inherits alien shape-shifting genes, fathers 5 puppies with Lady Rainicorn, and evolves from prankster uncle to stay-at-home dad running a bacon pancake brunch empire out of the tree fort. Yet magical dogs age on a bizarre curve. Decades before Finn's natural death, Jake passes away and drifts to the 50th Dead World, a pastel beach dimension where gravity feels like warm pizza dough and existential dread is replaced by hammock vibes. There, he lies belly up on a cosmic recliner, ears flopping in a breeze that doesn't exist, pondering higher truths about memory elasticity. In Together Again, Finn barges in, Crash Bandicoot style, to yank Jake from his eternal siesta for one last heist on death himself. Post-battle, Jake realizes that reincarnation beats eternal snoozing if it means future adventures with his bro. With a fist bump, they jump into the cycle. Subtly hinted in the finale by a yellow blob baby perched on reincarnate Finn's shoulder. Jake's future is proof you can graduate from rad dad to enlightened cosmic traveler without shedding that goofy brother dog grin. Alright, now let's talk about Bonnie Bubblegum. Bonnie begins as a 16-year-old monarchy in a lab coat, but centuries turn her into Ooze de facto head of state, mad scientist, and war general. Marceline Abadir, meanwhile, shifts from carefree punk vampire into a half-demon grappling with abandonment trauma and millennium-scale loneliness. Distant lands, Obsidian catches them cohabitating centuries post-series in a bubblegum pink apartment cluttered with rock band gear and science beakers. Bubblegum is fixing the Glass Kingdom security system, while Marcy broods over commitment anxiety playlists. When Molto Larvo, an Obsidian kaiju birthed from Marcy's repressed rage, melts the kingdom, the pair plunge into lava caverns, combining pep rally pop punk with hard science freeze spells to save the day. Their adult relationship arcs from will they to they fiercely do, culminating in a balcony kiss while candy citizens cheer. Far future montages show a hologram of PB teaching Candyling's warfare strategy, and an ageless Marceline serenading a new generation under blue moonlight. Their love outlasts most empires, turning the phrase "you're the peanut butter to my jelly" into "you're the hemoglobin to my royal taffy." Wanna watch the full series over again? Or maybe grab some cute merch? My personal Adventure Time merch hub is linked below. Grab loot for your next dungeon crawl and support the channel at the same time. Now back to the timeline. Simon Petrikov, also known as Ice King. Simon's curse begins in 19th century Scandinavia, where an enchanted crown slowly rewrites his mind until Ice King singing to penguins is all that's left. Centuries later, thanks to Betty's sacrificial wish and Golb's chaos matrix, Simon finally finally reclaims his humanity, only to find that he's a widower in a post-war candy metropolis that remembers him as a punchline villain. In the finale, he curates a dusty museum of Ooh relics, marionette penguin display, first edition and Caridian, wearing cardigan sweaters and nursing tea. Meanwhile, Betty's consciousness fuses with cosmic terror Gulb, orbiting the universe as a protective yet unreachable guardian angel, muttering, "Keep Simon safe." Simon's adulthood highlights that sometimes growing up equals living with consequences no magic spell can thaw. If Simon's mortal again, which character upgrades from toy to space pioneer? We can't forget about BMO, our cheerful sentient Game Boy begins the series mixing playlists and baking biscuits in the tree fort. Centuries later, after everyone else either dies, reincarnates, or ascends, BMO remains, running entirely on optimism and AAA batteries. In distant lands, BMO, the little console, launches a homemade rocket, befriends a dead satellite, and crash lands on a drifting space station made of rusted scrap. Over decades, BMO vlogs potato farming tutorials, mentors a teen bunny cadet named Y5, and saves the drift colony from a harvest bot revolt. When BMO eventually returns to Earth millennia later, he narrates the entire Adventure Time legend to Shermie and Beth, wearing a makeshift crown and sipping tea as if bedtime stories routinely contain comic gods and microwaved leashes. He cements the truism: AI may never age, but its heart can grow bigger than the universe it explores. But what happened to Pep? Pep but began as Princess Bubblegum's soft-spoken valet, secretly moonlighting as a necromancer who hosts black mass soirees with the King of Mars. Post-Gum War, he sacrifices his dark arts mastery, reincarnates into a peppermint child, and enrolls at Wizard City Elementary under a new nickname, Pep. In Wizard City, Kid Pep fumblingly summons demons with chalk sigils and battles a hyper-slick headmaster intent on tapping chaos magic. Pep graduates, re-earns his shadowy reputation, and returns to PB's side, this time wielding dark spells from a booster seat. Growing up twice turns him into the dessert equivalent of Doctor Strange. Next we have the one and only Flame Princess. After deposing her tyrant father, Flame Princess ushers in an era of emotional regulation classes inside a volcano palace. In the present, she forms a rap duo with Neptar, spits lava pun bars at the Ice King, and reduces the royal lava flow to sustainable geothermal vents. Far future screens in the finale show a dormant volcano, implying FP's adult reign shepherded the kingdom away from anger-powered infrastructure toward ecothermal harmony. He proves that you can channel teenage anger into adult policy wins, plus mixtapes. Woo, now we have Lumps. LSP's teenage valley girl Lumping eventually evolves into a prophetic destiny. After centuries hitchhiking couches and freeloading fries, she becomes avatar of the Lumps Elemental and pens the great Lumpy novel, a meta text rumored via comics and Orb episode hints, to realign fractured timelines back into coherence. Just imagine the universe surviving because someone wrote Dear Diary. I'm like so over space entropy. Can't miss Shermie and Beth. 1,000 plus years after Finn's prime, the world is a moss-covered tapestry of candy ruins and futuristic tree skyscrapers. Catboy Shermie and Pup Girl Beth steal Finn's root sword from the rubble of King Oo's castle, sliding down sheer towers, laughing like kids who just discovered co-op mode. BMO's bedtime story closes on them, sprinting toward a pink dawn, ready to script season 2 of Eternity. Their grown-up journey hasn't happened yet, but canon teases that the heroic cycle never breaks, it only recasts. Thanks for tuning in today, but ask yourself, when you hum that jolly title card tune, are you hearing a kid's cartoon anthem, or a cosmic lullaby that keeps looping long after its singers respawn? Let me know below, and if you pick up any loot from the merch link, may your next adventure roll a nat 20 on the feels.